if you go back to look at my live streams, I'm sure it's probably been about 2 months, even 3 months. So thank you to everyone that's going to join on the live stream, and anyone that doesn't get a chance to do that, you can always join on the catch up, on the replay, and leave your comments then. And what I want to talk about in this video is, do you want it badly enough? And I made a video, a short, I think, the other day, and it was called the 3 reasons people don't have what they want. And these are the 3, there's 4 reasons actually, I've added a 4th one. I was thinking about this yesterday. And I'm going to go through them, that's what the live stream is about. But if you join, feel free to join the conversation. There's loads of conversations on social media about why people are not where they want to be, around some of the external factors that are stopping people from getting what they want, etc. So to me, I feel that lots of people talk about what they want. They give lots of reasons for why they don't have what they want. So usually in the top 2 reasons, it's because the government is one massive reason that people keep using. I haven't got what I want because of the government. I am in this position because of the government. And the second one is sometimes to do with childhood factors, or it could be people in the past that have done things. So, you know, my partner did this, so that's put me in debt. My parents did this, so that means I don't feel good enough. And they're all valid reasons. All 3 of those reasons are valid. But I'm going to talk about 4 reasons which I think are probably bigger than those things. And the first one is that you haven't done the work to get what you want. And I'm going to go into more detail about all of these. The second one is you don't believe it's possible, or you don't believe in yourself enough. Because if you don't believe that something is possible, there's no way you're going to get it. Because even if you're consciously, outwardly saying, yeah, I can have this, I can live there, I can do this, I can have this amount of money. If you don't believe it, like subconsciously, you don't believe it fully, it's not going to come to you. So that's another thing. And also, if you don't believe in yourself, you're not really going to get much either in life. The third one is you don't want it badly enough. That's what the title of this live stream is about. Do you want it badly enough? If someone wants something badly enough, they will do absolutely anything to get it. A lot of people are saying they want something, but they're saying it in a mediocre, soft, gentle way. They're like, yeah, I want to get married. Yeah, I want this. I want that. Thanks for joining. But I don't believe them. I don't believe half the people that say they want these things. Because if you want these things and you've worked hard and done the work to get them, and you believe it's possible, and the 4th one is you've quit, you give up too easily, you don't have the patience. If you really want something, so say if your children were sick, and say if you're a parent, and there's loads of examples I could give, but I'm just going to give one. Well, there's two big ones. One, you're going to lose your home, you're going to lose your car, you're going to lose everything if you don't get to work on time because you've been late, I don't know, 10 times, and your boss says, if you're late one more time, that's it, you're going to lose your job. Or if someone says to you, if you don't get home by this particular time, you're going to lose your house. Or someone says, if your child is sick and if you don't go and get that medication, they're not going to be well, or whatever it is. You would do everything it took to make sure those things happened, because the consequences of not doing those things are bigger than you feeling lazy or not feeling like doing it. So to me, it's about how badly you want something. That's where it starts. So these are some things really that just, and thanks for joining, everyone that joined. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you want it badly enough is the what we're talking about. So some of the things that people are influenced about, you could donate, but there's no gift. I don't even know how to do the donate thing on here. Probably on TikTok I've seen it. But thank you anyway. Just a like is fine for me, or sharing the video. So these are some things that people are influenced by when it comes to like saying they want something. This is why to me, hi Aylan, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Age is one thing. So let's look at 4 things that influence people when they're saying, going around saying this is what I want. Age. So they're saying, well, I need to have this by the age of 30. Everyone wants to do everything by the age of 30. Everyone wants to have marriage, kids by 30. Then it's, oh, I want to do this before I'm too old. Then age plays a factor, but it doesn't play as much as a factor as attitude and doing the work. If someone is 25 and they don't have a good work ethic, then the chances of them getting a certain amount of money by the age of 30 versus someone who's probably 40 or 50, but their work ethic and the fact that their daily routine is better than the 25-year-old. Age doesn't come into that. The 50-year-old is probably going to get the money or get what they want before the 25-year-old, based on the fact that the 25-year-old isn't doing as much. So, oh, thank you. Thanks, the dreamer. Thanks for the compliments. So, yeah, so age is partly something to do with it, but I think age is sometimes used as an excuse for some people. You can't do anything about your age. So the point is, what's the point in using that as a reason to say you haven't got what you want? There's no point reflecting back and saying, I wish I'd done this 20 years ago. I was having this conversation the other day. I said, there's probably 100 things I wish I'd done 20 years ago, but I'm not going to sit here now and start thinking about that because it's not going to serve me. I can't go back 20 years. So that's one thing to not be influenced by. The second one is society as well. This is another big one. If everything you want, you're looking at what everyone in society says you should have, then that's just going to hold you back as well. You have to think about what it is you want individually, not what society says you should have, because society is made up of lots of people and they don't dictate, or to me anyway, they don't dictate how I should live my life. If someone says by this age you should be doing this, or as a woman you should do this, or as a man you should have this, it's got nothing to do with them. And you have to be the type of person that isn't going on social media or isn't walking around looking at society and seeing what other people have and then basing what you want off that, because that's what a lot of people are doing. I mean, I'd love to hear what you guys think on this, but yeah, that's what I've seen a lot of, where people are just saying things that they think they want and it's not realistic. And the point is, if you're just doing that, you're not going to have the passion behind it, and that's the reason you're not going to get what you want, because you don't really want it badly enough. You only want it because everyone else around you has it. You know, I could give you examples, but I'd only give certain examples of, like, you know, especially with young women, I think are very much influenced by social media, but also they're influenced by society. So they're saying things like, if all my friends have got boyfriends, so I should have one, or everyone's getting married at this age, so I should be married. You know, certain people are saying, with men as well, young men, sometimes it's like everyone who's got this gym body and stuff, or got this amount of money, or driving this car. If you don't want those things, why are you going after those things? You know, it doesn't make any sense to me personally, because I've never looked at another person in my life and said I want what they have, because I know what I want. So yeah, you need to like not look at society as well. Social media we've already talked about, but social media is a massive thing. All you have to do is go on TikTok and see all these wannabe relationship experts. Some of it is laughable, because you'll see men are now getting, you know, men want the views. They want the views on TikTok. So men are saying things that they think women want to hear, but they know that it's rubbish what they're saying. And they're getting views because they're getting lots of women say, oh, but they know it's rubbish. They know that it's not realistic. And what I mean by that is they're saying things they think women want to hear rather than like the truth. So a good example is yesterday, this guy was saying, and actually it backfired on him anyway, because he was saying that a man should be updating you he said something like 6 times a day, and then he says a man shouldn't go more than 4 hours without telling you how his day's been and stuff. And then all the women were saying, well, what if he's working? And they were like, 4 hours, I don't need an update every 4 hours and this sort of thing. But this guy doesn't even believe what he's saying. He was just saying it because he thought that's what women would like resonate with. Then he'd get more views, then more followers. So again, social media isn't the place to be looking at about what you want. If you want something, you don't need an influencer to tell you that this is what you should get, because that's the same as looking at society and asking 100 people and then going with what they think. You need to decide for yourself. You know, it has to come from within. The other big thing that influences people is family pressure. That is a massive one, especially from certain communities, but I'd say in general, it's not something that you should disregard. I'm not saying that you should just think, oh, it doesn't matter what your parents think, it doesn't matter what your family think. What would I say? Yeah, I would say personally that I care about what my family think to a certain degree, but I also recognise that my family accept me for who I am. So therefore, whatever decision I make for me, I'm comfortable with. because I know they'll be happy if I'm happy. I would never make a decision based on me thinking, well, this is what my sister might think about it, or this is what my brother might think about it. But I do understand family pressure when it's coming from parents, and when you are a certain age, and when you're from a certain community, it's not as easy to shrug that off. But you have to think, yeah, I think I can see comments, but I can't see what they are. You have to think, even if you satisfy someone in that moment by doing something what they want for you instead of what you want, you're probably going to regret it later. But also it's your life and there's no going back from that. So if you go down the path of becoming a doctor because your family think you should, or if you get married to the wrong person because everyone in your community thinks you should, you've got to live with that decision. You've got to go to work every day as a doctor when you know you don't really want to do that. You want to be an artist. You've got to go to bed every night with this person that you know you don't want to be married to, but your family are going to be happy. And it's not easy. I'm not pretending that's probably the hardest one out of all of them, because society you're probably not as bothered about. Social media, you can probably realistically say it's just social media people. With your family, when they're putting pressure on you to go for something that you don't really want, that's the hardest one, but you still can do it. So let's look at some of these things now, the 4 things that you haven't done the work to get what you want, you don't believe it's possible, and you don't believe in yourself. You don't want it badly enough and you quit. I'm just going to talk briefly on all of them. And thanks for joining, everyone that is still here and everyone that joins on the replay. Yeah, just leave your comments, because it's all about like you giving what your opinions. Any opinions are welcome. You don't have to agree with me. This is just more about a conversation. So the first one then is you haven't done the work. Let's be honest. Let everyone be honest. When you're in a certain point in your life and you haven't got the things you want, how many people actually reflect on the fact of what they've done to get them to where they are in their life, why they're not where they want to be? I'd say not many people. As human beings, we're not very good. I am, but probably because I'm a counsellor, but also I've always been a reflective person. Most people are not reflective people. When you take accountability for where you are in your life and you look back and you say, I haven't done the work, I haven't got up those early mornings to go to the gym, or I haven't saved enough money, it's taking responsibility. But yeah, that feels more painful. So what people do is they deflect. They say, well, it's the government's fault. It's anytime you blame an external factor for something you don't have, you're making yourself powerless. Because if it's down to the government, that means until the government gets better, then you're not going to get what you want. If it's down to the area you live in, then that means until you move, you're not going to get it. If it's external things outside of you, then you're obviously not going to get those things till those external things change. But if you look at yourself and you say, okay, I'm the one that can get up and do the work, I'm the one that can put the discipline in, I'm the one that can create the habits, then it's all down to you. So being honest with yourself, if there's something you haven't got and you've been saying you want it and you've been talking about it for years, then sometimes it is to do with the fact you haven't done the work. You haven't done the work to get it. And you can just admit that, and it doesn't mean beating yourself up or criticising yourself, but I'd say that once you've said that, you can say, okay, well, what do I need to do now? A good example would be, you've all seen on this channel, I was doing this love journey thing. I've stopped posting about it. It's still ongoing, but I had to sit down and I had to say, do you know what, there's no point in me saying I want a relationship if I'm not putting the time in, the effort in and all the rest of it. And the minute I started kind of looking at it differently and saying it's down to me, I'm not going on social media criticising men and criticising dating. You can go on TikTok and you can find people going on and on and on. Dating is trash. Everyone wants to be single. The dating game is rubbish. Everyone wants sex. That's up to them, and you can feel like that. But if you really want something, I said to someone the other day when they were going on about all this stuff, I says, what do you do every day or every week towards meeting someone? You're saying you want to find a relationship. What are you doing? Are you going on dates? Are you even going out? Are you meeting people? Are you talking to people? Because it starts with us again. So if you want something badly enough, you have to do the work, and you have to be honest if you're not doing the work. So the second one is you don't believe it's possible to have the thing you want, even though you're talking about it, but you also don't have faith that it's going to happen. So without believing something's possible, it's not going to come to you in any way at all. It starts with believing it can happen, and it also starts in having the faith within yourself. It's not being unrealistic to say that you're going to achieve. You know, these people sometimes they are being a bit they're not being unrealistic, but you know when you see people on those Dragon's Den and on Shark Tank and these sorts of programs, and they're saying they overvalue excuse me, they overvalue their product, and then straight away the investors are like, no, if you would have come in here with a more realistic valuation, we would have believed in you. So yeah, I'm from Birmingham. God, someone's exaggerating that. So you have to be realistic, but you have to have self-belief as well. You have to believe in yourself. You've got to back yourself. You're not going to get anything in life if you don't back yourself, but you also have to do the first thing, which is to do the work. Oh, thank you, Banga. That's a bit extreme, but thanks for the compliment. Okay, thank you. So having faith in yourself and having belief is taking you on the way to achieving what you want badly. Because if certain people kind of don't have any faith at all or any confidence in in the thing they want, so they don't have confidence that they get. Hi, I'm Jackie. They don't have faith or confidence in the thing they want. So straight away, you're starting on a losing streak. It's like if someone is lining up on getting ready to do a race, you know, and they're in the starting tracks or whatever it's called. I should know this. I used to run myself. They're in the starting base. And if they're stood there and they're saying to themselves, you know what, what's the point in me running? You know, I'm not going to beat any of these people. Or they're looking around and they're getting scared and they're thinking, well, he's better than me. He's got a world record. He's this, he's that. What's the point in me being here? They've already lost because they've got no confidence in themselves, no faith in themselves, and they might as well not be there. So you have to think the same way with yourself. If you really want something, it's not really about the goal. The goal might be completely ridiculous to a certain degree, you know. You might be stuck in a situation where you've got no money at all, or you're in a bad place, and you want something which is completely, seems extreme to where you are, you know. But that is better to have that ideology than to just say already that what's the point, nothing's going to change, I'm never going to get what I want. And just being a nihilist, you know what I mean? Nothing matters. Life is over with. All these people saying there's no future, so I might as well spend all my money now. I'm not going to live to the age of 70 to retire, and all this stuff. What the worst part about that is, what if you do get to 70 and you've spent all your money, and then you've got no pension and no retirement money? Then what are you going to say? It's too late then because you've already done it. So all I'm saying to people really is you have to have self-belief. You have to believe the thing that you want is possible. That is really important. Hi, I'm Bruno. So the third thing, the third thing, so there's two more things which are influencing why you're not getting what you want. And that is, you haven't made sacrifices, you don't have a why, you don't have a reason. You don't have a big enough reason. When I do coaching with clients that I work with, that's the first thing I say to them. They say, these are my goals. And I say, but I've been working on these goals for ages and I just don't seem to get them. I says, well, what's the reason you want the goal in the first place? What has attracted you towards that goal? And then some people can't give reasons. If you don't have a reason for doing something, you're not going to get that thing, because one, you're either going to quit early, or two, there's nothing driving you. You have to have something to drive you when you're doing something in life. So for me as a counsellor and a coach, I'm passionate about what I do. I've been doing it for 17 years. I get every day that when my clients are happy, I'm happy. That's one of the reasons. It's not about the money. It's not about the status. You're not a pop star when you're a coach or a counsellor. It's just a normal job. You have to have a reason for why you're doing what you do. You know, it's the same as if you want something, if you want to move abroad. All these people moaning at the moment on social media about how they don't like the city they live in, they don't like the country they live in. The same people will be saying the same thing for 5, 10, 15 years. And sometimes when you ask them, okay, well, what's stopping you from moving to another country that you do like? What's stopping you from moving to a different city? Then they've come with the excuses. The excuses are usually around the idea of, oh, I would go, but my wife doesn't want to. Or, oh, my children are too young, they're settled in school. Or, oh, I don't have the money. All those things you could do something about if you really wanted it badly enough. But the people saying this stuff don't really want to move. They're comfortable where they are, but they just want to complain. Because realistically, if you hate somewhere, I said it to someone yesterday. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Swag. I said to someone yesterday when they're doing the Birmingham hate, because everyone's always piling in on Birmingham. Oh, Birmingham's too dangerous. Birmingham's this. So I said to the person, well, there's loads of cities in the UK. What's stopping you from moving? I didn't say it in that way. I said it in a nice way. But then they come with all the list of excuses. Oh, I've lived here my whole life and blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, if you can't have it both ways. You know, you either love the thing that you are going to commit to, or if you hate it or you dislike it, then you make changes. So yeah, you have to make sacrifices. You have to have a why. And the final thing, so we've got there, we finally got there, is one of the reasons that you don't want it badly enough is because you've given up. You've quit. The worst thing you can do as a human being is to quit on yourself, is to not have patience. So you've said you're American and never decide to live anywhere else. Yeah, so you're happy. And that's the thing, what I like about what you've just said, Swag. So no country or no city is perfect, okay? Well, I don't know if someone can, there's nowhere on the planet that is perfect. There's always going to be something. So you might go to a country where there's sunshine, but then they don't have good healthcare. You might go somewhere where they've got good healthcare, but maybe their criminal justice system is a certain way. You might go somewhere where the people, the world doesn't work like that, where you can find the perfect place. But you have to choose what's perfect for you. You know, and like this guy just said, Swag. So he's living in America. America isn't brilliant. There's probably things that people don't like about it. But if there's enough things that you do like about it, then you're going to stay. But I don't see the point in being somewhere that you dislike and that you're constantly criticising every day, but you're still not willing to move. What's the point in that? So yeah, if you give up, which is the fourth thing, or you quit, then it means you didn't want the thing badly enough in the first place. So I was watching The Notebook. I know people are going to... I've watched it a few times. It is a bit cheesy, and it is a bit like one of those films where it's everyone. Men don't like The Notebook because they say women watch it and then they think that that's how life is, and they get the idea that it's romantic. Yeah, you've said it's not perfect, but you love it. Yeah, that's it. The same as me. Birmingham isn't perfect, but I like living here. So The Notebook, anyway, this whole romantic idea where this person, they were in a relationship, then they went their separate ways, and then she went off and got engaged, and then he fought to get that. You know, the whole theme of it really is if you want something badly enough, then you're never going to give up on it, and that you're going to eventually end up back together. It's not just the romance side of it, it's the fact that they wanted each other badly enough that they sacrificed everything. They sacrificed what their family wanted. She sacrificed another partnership. They sacrificed everything because what they wanted it badly enough. That's what I took from it. So yeah, it's just, all I can say really to people, just to summarise really, is if you want something badly enough, then you can get it. But you need to be honest with yourself. If you haven't done the work to get it, then obviously it's not going to come to you. If you don't believe it's possible and you don't believe in yourself, then also you're not going to get it. If you quit and you've given up, then you're not going to get what you want. And also, if you don't want it badly enough, you really need to sit down as a person. If you have all these goals that you've been talking about for years, you need to sit down and think, why have they not happened already? What is it that I'm not doing? So you've said you've sacrificed your time to watch it with you. Oh, the the Notebook, yeah. Sometimes men just see it as being a cheesy, that, you know, they cut chick flicks or whatever they call them. I don't tend to like, I don't know, I just like what I like. I thought it was a nice movie. But anyway, so that's it. Just sit down. Probably we're coming towards the end of the year. You know, we've got 5.5 months left. Sit down and think to yourself realistically, what are some goals that you actually want? Not that society have told you, not what social media has said, not what your parents say. What do you want? And then put a plan together of how you can get it. But it is going to take work. You know, it's not going to happen easily and it's not going to happen overnight. But if you really want something badly enough, I think nothing can stop you. I don't think anything external can stop you. I think you only can stop yourself from getting that thing. So thank you to everyone that joined. Swat fan, who else we got on here? Bruno, Jackie. I really appreciate you all joining me on this live stream. It's been really nice. And I'll try and go live more. But do you know what? The next time I go live will be when I'm on my little break. Because I did say that when I do my little getaways, I'm going to go live. You'll see me do the tour of the... I'm going away at the end of this month. So I'll probably do a live stream there. So thanks for joining, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day and your week.